Wingardium Leviosa!
A plant or a freaking dinosaur. But for me, there can only be one king of the creature castle. And that, my friends, is the humble Tardigrade. The Tardigrade, more commonly known as the water bear, is one of the greatest creatures that has ever come into existence through evolution.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Well, Danny, these tiny little creatures have the ability to withstand and survive through anything. Okay, caveat, they can't actually survive through anything, but they can survive through most things that most creatures can't. So let's talk about these tiny little adorable things. As far back as we can tell, they are 530 million years old. I don't mean that one of them is that old, I mean that that's how far back we can look and see tardigrades on the planet. For some kind of reference point, because I don't know how long 530 million years ago was, 250 million years ago, 530 million years ago. Not to scale. Otherwise the tardigrade would just be like, and then we would not have stegosauruses anymore. Stegosauruses? Stegosauropodes? The tardigrade comes in a size of about 1 millimeter long. For size reference, something that's 1 millimeter thick is the tip of a pencil. So you can totally see these things out in the world. They're everywhere. They're most commonly found in some kind of water because they are marine creatures. And we think that this is what gives them their unique ability to survive. They can live in something called an anhydrobiotic state, which basically just means without water. So let's say that Terry here, 100% water. What he's able to do is get rid of up to 97 to 99% of that water and still live. I don't know about you guys, but if I go a day without water, I'm pretty miserable. And the way that they live in environments without any water, they cover their body in a waxy substance, and this prevents any kind of water loss from evaporation, also called transpiration. This allows Terry to live in environments with 0% relative humidity, even though he's supposed to live in the water. These little guys only live about a year, but the longest we have on record of one living is 120 years. And the only thing we had to do to make sure that this thing came back to life was just give it a drop of water. That's as if I took a human who normally lives 100 years, put them into stasis for 12,000 years, and then at the end of that 12,000 years, I gave them a cheeseburger and they woke up and started dancing. That just doesn't happen with people, but it happens with tardigrades. We also have on record that they can survive ionizing radiation of up to 500,000 rads. For comparison's sake again, humans die at about the 1,000 to 2,000 rads. However, there's a very sad side effect for the tardigrades. They happen to become sterile at 500,000 rads. Looks like Terry's not gonna have any more tardy babies. Speaking of tardy babies, when a tardigrade is first born, they are born with all of their cells that they will ever have in their life. They don't get more, just bigger. They typically live on moss and lichen, and they will actually eat those things as well. However, there are the species that also eat animals of some kind, like other tardigrades. That's right, tardigrades can also be cannibals. The tardigrade, the creature that will do almost anything to reproduce and survive. Danny, I will see you tomorrow.